Okay, I think we all set and ready to go. Um, and what I was saying earlier, ladies and gentlemen, is that I wanted. No, it's already set. Everybody can hear. Oh, 1 second. Let me get rid of the chimes here. Okay, now we all ready to go. So I was just saying earlier, I wanted to make sure we didn't have some first time guests, and but we're going to just jump right into our training. I just want to talk about some things that I think is going to help benefit our business. And then afterwards, what's going to happen? Ronnie is going to come in. She's going to give the some updates on what's going on in the company and everything. And she's also going to talk about the compensation plan. But I think all of us will agree, in order for us, in order for us to capitalize on the compensation plan, a number of things is going to happen here. First of all, we're going to have to build a team. No matter how we want to get around. A lot of people ask me this question, say, "Well, Al, do I have to talk to friends? Do I have to go out and recruit anyone?" And the answer is yes, yes, yes. Now, earlier part of the year, I don't know if some of you who were with me early part of the year, you remember me coming into the new year. I said that this is going to be the year of duplication. And that was before the 18,000 new members came in all throughout Asia. I said that this was going to be the year of duplication. One thing all of us need to do, if we want to grow our business, we need to be consistent. What I call consistently consistent with what we're doing. The name of the game is that we must build our business. And you hear me say this over and over throughout the year also. At the end of the day, I want every single one of you narcissists to ask yourself one critical question at the end of the day. And that question should always be, if my team did what I did today, would I make any money? I want you guys to ask yourself that right now. If my team did what I did yesterday in my business, would I make any money? Now, and when we're talking about the year of duplication, we also got to be careful what we duplicate also, right? Because if we duplicate all the wrong things, you're not going to grow your business that way either. This is about us as a team, ladies and gentlemen. One thing about myself, and the reason I've been able to grow businesses over the years, is not necessarily how fast you get out the starting gate, but it's about you at some point getting out of the gate and going out and doing the things that are beneficial to your business and growing your business. So let's talk about this for a moment. What are some of the basic elementary things that we can do to grow our business? How did people build businesses before the internet came along and before all of these so-called marketing tools came along? How did people grow their network marketing business, guys? See, the base, if I talk to people over a certain age group on this webinar, we know how to go out and build a business because we used to the old school way of doing it. Because no matter what we're doing, what kind of system we're using and all this, it still all boils down to relationship. This is about relationship. People tend to buy from people that they know. And I think all of you will agree with me on that. People tend to partner with people that they know. And that's how we build businesses over the years. We build relationship. We start out with a warm market. We start out by building a contact list. How many of you have actually started a contact list? You know, you go through and you jog your memory. And what am I talking about when I say jog memory? One moment, let me get my plug in for my computer because I know this is not going to last all the way through. So we want to start out by making a contact list. If you do the basic things that I'm asking you to do, there is no reason why anyone should come into their business and don't sponsor anyone. And then what I want to do also is talk about sponsoring opposed to recruiting, because there is a difference. There's a big difference between sponsoring people in your business and recruiting people in your business. Now, let's talk about this for a moment. 1 second, I'm just trying to get my cord plugged in here. Okay. I want to make a list. I want to make a list, and I want to start out with a list of about 100 people. And when I say jog my memory, what am I talking about? I want you to think about, if I threw a birthday party, who would I invite to my birthday party? Okay? Who do I use for an accountant? Who is my family doctor? And guys, don't think that these people would not do the business with you. You're going to have two lists here. First of all, you're going to have a list of friends and acquaintances. You're going to have a list of professional people that you deal with on a regular basis. You're also going to have a list of what we call your chicken list. And that chicken list is a list of people that you think is too successful to do a business like this. You think that they are too successful to do a business like this. And so what you want to do is you want to treat them, you want to get your hottest prospects on a three-way call with your sponsor or your upline as quickly as possible. And a lot of you are very good at this. You know what to do. So you build that list, and then you three-way someone who has more experience than you on the call with you. And that's the best way to do it, because guess what? That upline sponsor should be more knowledgeable than you, especially if you're just getting started. So that's what we want to do. We start out with our warm market. See, you have a warm market and you have a cold market. And I know some of you probably have all the experience in the world, but it's always good to go back and revisit these things that we're talking about, because I truly believe that a lot of people forget about the basics, and they're trying to use all these fancy marketing tools and what have you, and they never ever get out of the gate. I have a lot of people on the team right now. They tell me that they're internet marketers, but they have never sponsored one person in the business. 1 year, 18 months later, they still haven't sponsored anyone in their business. And again, if you build your business on relationship, it's going to grow much, much faster than you trying to build a business by going out here talking with strangers. Now, you build this list, and you never ever stop adding to your list. I have a spiral notebook, and what I do is that as I meet people and make friends with people from my day-to-day activity, I add people on my list. I also, on my Gmail contact list, I also have a category that says prospects. And I also make notes for myself to let me know everything that goes on in the conversations that I have with each and every individual that I'm following up with. Because here's what's going to happen. Everyone is not going to join the business right away. We know that. Everyone is not going to join the business with you right away. So you're going to have people that you're going to put on the fence, so to speak. These people who are sitting on the fence, what you're going to do is you're going to consistently update them and simply feed additional information to them. As you feed additional information to them, what's happening from a week-to-week basis, you're plucking people off the fence and you're putting new people into your pipeline. Everybody understand what I'm talking about. You want to have your pipeline filled with new prospects. Day to day, week to week, month after month after month. This is what we call being consistently consistent. This is what can everyone hear me okay? I just want to make sure. It's Thelma having the problem with my voice going in and out, or is it all of you not hearing me? Let me make sure that we got a good connection here, because I am on a wireless computer laptop here. Okay, thank you, guys. Okay, so build that list. And we revisit this simply because, guys, I want to make sure that all of us succeed in the business. And in order for you to succeed, stick with the basics. In the world compensation plan, and I'm not going to cover that, I just want to talk about the recruiting issues. We need two people. We need one person on our left. We need one person on our right. But the key here, those two individuals must duplicate what you have done. Those two individuals must duplicate what you have done. Because if I go out and sponsor two people on my team and no one does anything from that point onward, then my business is stuck. I still don't go anywhere. So I want you guys to understand how important it is for you to set an example. You set an example. If you recruit new members on your team, they will recruit new members on their team also. This is so important. We must learn to duplicate. If you invite guests to the webinar, they will invite guests to the webinar also. And that's what I meant when I say be careful what we duplicate. Because if you're setting a bad example, nothing is going to happen in your organization. So we want to go out and we want to build something. You have to build your team, ladies and gentlemen. This is about building. Because look at it this way. It's growth that creates wealth in any business. It's about the growth. And you and I, we must grow our team. Let's not sit back and wait on, spillover, as they say. I know a lot of people say, well, hey, I didn't get no spillover, so I'm not going to do anything. I hear that all the time. I have some people who say, but Al, this is too hard. All the volume is on one side. I hear that also. Be consistently consistent with your business. The expectation. Set goals in your business and always remember back on your big reason why. Why am I doing this business in the first place? Do I want to be financially free? Do I want to generate extra money for vacation? Do I want to send my children to the best schools? You got to keep your eye on the big reason why. Everybody doesn't come in network marketing for the same reasons. Some people may just want to go play bingo on a Wednesday night. And that's okay also. Because remember, you and I are not competing with anyone. And that's the hardest thing for some people. They say, oh my God, this person making so much money, this person doing that. But this person have a bigger goal than you have potentially. But we always start out with the list. I can't stress how important that is. Now, invest time in your business. How much time do I actually have to invest in my business? Can I give up 1 hour per week? Can I give up 10 hours per week? Can I give up 20 hours per week? Ask yourselves those critical questions from the very beginning. And what you do is that you make a schedule. Hey, my work hours is from 9 a.m. in the morning to 5 p.m. I need to spend this much quality time with my family, my children, my wife, girlfriend, or whatever the case may be. And then you say, well, hey, maybe I only have on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, maybe those are the only days that I can invest in my network marketing business. So I carve out time in my schedule to put into my business. So, okay, so I can do 3 hours on a Monday. I can do 2 hours on a Wednesday. And I only got 1 hour on Friday available that I can work my business. And then you stay consistent with that. Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to fall in what we call the valley of death if you're not consistent with what you're doing. So what you do is that on those days that you have time to work your business, and we know everyone's schedule is different, but on those days that you have time, make sure you put quality time in your business. So maybe on Monday, I'm going to do some follow-up calls. Maybe on Wednesday, you say, well, you know what? I'm going to make sure that on Wednesday, I invite people to the daily webinar. I want to make sure I have people on the webinar. And maybe on Friday, I need to familiarize myself more with the World Compensation Plan. So I'm going to go to my back office and I'm going to pull up everything I can that has to do with the compensation and make sure that I understand this. Because at some point, let's face it, at some point, you're going to have to take control of your business. You're going to have to take control of it, which means that now you grow to the point where you say, well, you know what? Let me start practicing my own presentation with some of my prospects. Maybe some of your prospects are not available, maybe they're not available at 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning. So now you're going to start practicing your presentation. Yes, we have recordings available, but when your prospects and your team start seeing you grow as an individual, because a number of things happen when you're in a network marketing business, and all of us should experience what we call growth. We grow as individuals. We start getting outside our comfort zone. I remember years ago, ladies and gentlemen, when I first got started as a full-time networker, I remember heading down to LA one day, and Ronnie and I, we come up with this conversation, and we were talking about who's going to do the presentation. She didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. And nobody in the room was capable of doing it. So we're sitting back saying, how in the world is we ever going to grow our business if we're not to the point where we're comfortable to step up to the plate and do the presentation? And again, this all comes from practice, 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 practice. And what better way to practice than to go to some people that you know and let them know, hey, it's Wednesday and I need to practice my presentation. I value your opinion, Bob. I want you to get on this webinar with me and I want you to listen to my presentation, because I need to get to the point where I can do this presentation. So I want to practice my presentation on you. And then you give me some feedback afterwards. You know, everybody is open to giving their opinion. So now this is how you're going to become proficient. Because in my early years in network marketing, I did this all the time. I practiced my presentation on people that I knew. So this is what it's all about. And so we do it over and over and over and over. So now you started out with a list of people that you know. And you have your friends, family, and acquaintances. And you have that chicken list of people that you definitely wouldn't tell about network marketing. So now you want to go to your chicken list first. Go to those people that you think are too successful to do network marketing. That's what you want to do. And you will be amazed, guys. You will be amazed at the kind of response that you get. And again, this is not about selling. This is simply about sharing information. All you're going to do is share information with people. Now, the law of large numbers will always work in your favor. This is about going through the numbers. It doesn't mean that Al Powell, Andre Lucas, or Ronnie Powell is better at this than anyone else. It doesn't mean that at all. What it means is that we have more practice than you. That's all. But get it out of your mind that someone is better at this than someone else. Believe me, guys, you know how many times people tell me that my presentation is no good, and it doesn't bother me. I always push to make myself better at what I do, and I welcome constructive criticism. That's okay, Greg. This is about us being consistent with what we're doing. Because one thing about it, no one is ever going to go to the top without practice. This is about practice. I don't claim to be better at this than anyone else. What I claim to do is I claim to do it more than everyone else. That's what it's about. Now, you have to have the right attitude about your business. I always say this too. I read this a long time ago. It say your attitude will decide your altitude. So how high you go in your business is all determined by the attitude that you have. And every day I get up, Marissa, and I say this to myself: mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the baddest welder of them all? And that handsome guy in the mirror always speak back to me and he say, you are. Because if I don't think I'm the best at what I do, who else is going to think that I'm the best? So we want to build confidence, ladies and gentlemen. We want to build confidence. And we want to have the type of confidence that's going to take us over the top. That's what we want to do. But stop thinking that making money is for a different type of person. Every single one of us have an opportunity to be a top income earner with World Global Network. Is it going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy. Get the E word out of your mind. Listen, I come into every single business that I got with the attitude that I have to work twice as hard as everyone else. So working hard is nothing new to me. I also try to work smart also. But this is about us coming together as a team. And we grow faster if we build leaders. We know that. We need leaders on the team. And if people don't come in as leaders, doesn't mean necessarily that they're not leaders. No. We build leaders one at a time. One at a time. Because I truly believe this, Renona. No one comes into any business one to fail. Every single one of us want to be successful. We just need the right coaching. We need the right mentoring. We need the right attitude to take us over the top. And one thing I always say too, be careful how you treat people. Because those people that you pass on your way to the top, you also may potentially pass them on your way back down. As far as I'm concerned, every one of you is a presidential millionaire. Every single one of you. This is the first binary that I really worked, guys. And it's been an experience for me. And I tell you what, I'm so excited about all of us being in business together. Because now we have a business that truly we can help everybody go all the way to the top. But you have to do the basic elementary things. You have to do that. I wish there was an easy way to do this, but there's no shortcuts to success. No shortcuts. We have to put in the work. No way we can get around it. So what I want to say to all of you, let's work together. Let's make this truly the year of duplication. Let's make this the year of duplication. Let's go out and duplicate ourselves many, many times over. And let's watch what happened to our business. But this is about us working together as a team. I can't go anywhere without all of you. I need you as bad as you need me. That's what this is all about. And if we work together, we're unstoppable. There's no way that we can be stopped if we're working together. Which means let's invite people to the webinar. But don't just wait until a 6:30 p.m. webinar to tell people about this great opportunity. If you're available during the day, let's constantly talk to people. Let's constantly do webinars all throughout the day. All throughout the day. Let's make sure that people know about our great company. And if you believe, they will believe. Your belief level have to be there. You yourself have to be sold 100% on what we're doing. If you're not sold on what we're doing, how do you expect others to be sold on what we're doing? You got to have that unwaverable belief level. And you guys know what my motto is, Peter. My motto is this. When people are griping and moping and complaining, what I always say, too tough for you, just right for me. And that's the attitude that all of us need to get. One thing I want to share with you guys, when we went to Hong Kong, Wayne, when we went to Hong Kong, Mr. Galdi, approached me in a private conversation, him and Alessandra. And one thing they shared with us, they said, we appreciate you guys sticking with us during a very difficult time with our company. We appreciate you guys staying with us. You know what I felt in my heart hearing that? And they didn't have to tell me that because my belief level is so strong. I truly believe that we do have the best company out there. And I truly believe how we handle those bugs on the windshield. That's what we have. We all gonna go through. I never been part of a perfect company. We all experience what we call bugs on the windshield. And it's how we handle those bugs on the windshield to determine whether or not we're going to be in business 6 months from now. And get it out of your mind. They did. Oh, they didn't send me my phone. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. It's we. We are the company, ladies and gentlemen. We are the company. Let's talk about how we can make things better. Give feedback that's going to help us grow. But let's not just complain. Let's be a part of the solution. I'm so happy where we are, but I'm even more happier, ladies and gentlemen, on where we're going. And I know this is the very, very beginning of something so great. This is part of a movement. We're not going to sit back and wait on things to happen. We're going to go out here and we're going to make things happen in a big, big way. I got your back. I got your back. But again, we want to build a culture of people who are unstoppable. And we all gonna go all the way till we all gonna go all the way to the top. But we have to do it together as a team. Together, each of us will achieve more. And I'm so happy to be in business with all of you. Let me get Ronnie, and I'm gonna have Ronnie pick it up from here. And she's gonna go through her part of the training. But I hope this was beneficial for all of you, because we do need to work together and make things happen for each other. And I want you guys to know where my heart is at. My heart is here with all of you. I'm a field person. I'm not a corporate person. I'm a field person. And if you succeed, I succeed. If we succeed, the company succeeds. Simple as that. But we need to all go together. We do it together. So on that note, I'm gonna bring Ronnie up. You know, she's a great, great trainer. A lot better trainer than I am. I'm a hip pocket type of guy. I go right from the hip pocket. But Ronnie is very good at what she does, and she's the one who trains me. So, bottom line, here's Ronnie. We're gonna go ahead and get into the other part of our training on compensation, and she has some other things she want to share with you on some updates with the company. And again, guys, I encourage all of you to push your people to the Saturday morning trainings, because we get a lot of calls. People say, well, oh, we haven't heard anything, we don't know what's going on. And last I checked, we do this 7 days a week, and we do the training every Saturday, and we have for the past 18 months. We've been consistently consistent. So on that note, Ronnie Powell. Ronnie? One second. I'm going to stop this recorder so it don't be so long.